Hey everyone, John Ponick with the Mojave Valley Daily News. We are here to talk a little bit more about our ACES program, our ACES banquet, and I am pleased to be joined by James Jarman.
Good to
How
see
are you, sir?
Yeah, great to be here.
Thanks for coming in. James is the Communications Director for Mojave Community College. Mojave Community College is our Team of the Year sponsor.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for that. We appreciate that. We've got 10 awards, and I think the Team of the Year is probably one of the two or three that we had the most arguments over deciding who that Team of the Year was. But why did Mojave Community College decide that this was what they wanted to do?
Yeah, we wanted to help support the community, and when I was talking to everybody here at the paper, we were asked, well, which one do you want to sponsor? And we said, really, it's any. It's such a great event and such great awards. But when you think about Team of the Year, and it being a former athlete myself, and I got lucky enough to get a wrestling scholarship.
Oh, wow.
And my dad led the wrestling program in the city that I grew up in. And what you saw a lot with athletes is that sports really helped get kids who may not have made it through high school got their grades up, because they knew if they wanted to play that sport that they loved, they had to get good grades. So it elevated them up to another level, and many of them actually wound up going to college, playing in junior college, playing at their local community colleges around the state of Washington, where I'm from, and it was all because of sport. If they didn't have sports, who knows what it kind of led them on there, got them on that path into great careers where they are now.
Yeah, really, and that's something that we've really been trying to focus on, is the fact that this income from this event are going to go to help kids in the community that at some point may want to participate in activities, but they simply can't afford it. Some of them have gotten really expensive. And when you talk to Rob Terry over at Finley, had he not been involved in sports, he certainly wouldn't have made it through high school and onto the career that he has as well.
And that probably explains why they're so involved in the community sports as well. I know that they're big sponsors of several teams, and I think also the Little League.
The Little League, BMX, they're really involved out there. You have your graduation coming up. Not your personal graduation.
The 2020 and 2021 grads on the 14th of May. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're going to be doing the graduates from last year, too, right?
Yeah, they've all been invited. Since last year, we had to have a virtual ceremony. We told them all, hey, we want to invite you to an on-ground ceremony as soon as we can. Fortunately, we're able to do that this year because the virus cases have dropped enough, and we've relaxed some of the restrictions on the campuses now. And so the ceremonies, we're still following CDC guidelines with social distancing, mask wearing, and you have to. And so to help with social distancing, we're having two ceremonies, and it's split up by programs. So you'll have a lot of the allied health and nursing programs in one ceremony. A lot of the CTE and general education degrees, those will be in another ceremony, but they're at 11 a.m. and at 5 p.m.
Okay, so it's not split up by the class, it's split up by the programs that they're involved in.
Yeah.
So you could have graduates of the nursing program from last year and this year together in the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great, and that's on the 14th. So
at the field house,
next Friday.
At the field house in Bullhead City. So
we're going to wear that field house out this next week in between those. This is, the Mojave Community College historically is one of the top colleges in the country. We have stories occasionally about the different programs. The nursing program there seems to be, I would be surprised if it's not top 5 or 10 in the country. The people that do the ratings said nearly 100% of recent MCC registered nursing graduates passed the national board exam on their first attempt. I thought it was 100%, not nearly 100%, but 100%. And the college has a 100% job placement rate for its graduates. What an amazing program.
Do it. They do, and that's one of those with welding where we've had such demand for those programs that we now have them on every campus. And nursing is actually on all 4 campuses. So we have them up north and at the Colorado City campus, Lake Havasu campus, Bullhead City campus, and the Kingman campus as well. And there's such a demand that it's a great career once you get in there. This is the way I look at it, and the way I try to explain it to people is the community college is really that door, that first door you open, and then you get in there and you see all of your possibilities for a future career. And with the nursing program, once they get in there, there's so many job offers out there that they can go. We just talked to one of our student speakers is a dental hygienist, and she's going into a traveling almost nurse type field where she's getting paid to go to the East Coast, and they're setting her up in an apartment with others, and she'll be a dental hygienist for a year or so. And that's similar to what the traveling nurses are doing with the graduates, is that they can get them out there, they can travel, see the country when they're young, and then figure out where they want to settle down.
No, don't listen to them. We don't want you to leave.
Well, this is just
graduate,
as I
stay
mentioned,
here.
There's plenty of jobs locally, but this is just one of those options that when they're really young, they look at. But a lot of them, we have family members. We have one of our all Arizona academic team members is graduating from the nursing program, and she obviously wanted to stay local. She has a family, she had a business, she wanted to get her nursing degree because she had some nursing done it. She had some nursing credits in the past, and so she got in there, finished it, is an all Arizona academic team member, which means now if you're on that team from MCC, you can go to any of the state public universities, finish out your bachelor's degree there for free. You don't have any tuition. Your tuition's completely covered. That's just one of those benefits that you get from starting at your local community college.
You know what? That reminds me. I just got some information. I think it was yesterday, or the day before, from Dr. Klippenstein about the grants that you guys are going to be doing for people returning that hadn't completed their certificate or their degree.
Yeah.
Can you just touch on that real quick?
Yeah, these are the Finish Strong scholarships.
Finish Strong, yeah.
And if you go to our website, it's mojave.edu/Finish Strong is where you'll find the information on this one. Or you can go to the website and click the About tab on the homepage and go down to the newsroom and just click newsroom, and you'll scroll through and you'll see the Finish Strong story there, and that explains it. And it's essentially set up that if you took any classes in the past from MCC and you want to come back, you didn't finish your degree or your certificate, you could earn up to $2,000 a year through this scholarship to pay so that you could finish and get your degree or certificate. And this is whether you took one class, this is whether you have 60 credits and you need just that one other class to finish. You can get this scholarship, and it's based on a scale of what your grade point average was when you left the college, so your last grade point average, and then how many credits you're going to take when you come back. So if you left with I believe it's a 3.0 to 4.0, and you come back and you're a full-time student, which is 15 credit hours, you could get that $2,000 a year to help pay for your college.
And that's great because so many people had to stop with the pandemic. They had to stop and maybe put their plans on hold, and who knows how financially they were impacted through this whole pandemic stuff. So that's a great idea.
And just going back, when we were talking about nursing, if you go into if you go to the front homepage of mojave.edu, you'll see I'm interested in right in the middle. And if you choose any of the allied health, if you click the allied health and nursing button, and you start going through all those programs, they're all accredited. And so part of their accreditation is they have to put their stats in there that you were reading off about nursing. And one of the really impressive ones, well, all of them are impressive, but our physical therapist assistant program, which if you get out of that program, they're paying up to $50,000 a year for physical therapist assistants, which are different than technicians, which I found out. They're a little bit lower on the rung. Assistants are right underneath. They're the nurses for physical therapists, but they have 100%. They're consistently, year after year, getting 100% of their students passing that national board on the first try, and in the last several years, they've had 3 get 100%. That's 800 questions that they got all 800 correct in this national board test, which is really rare. You never hear about that.
Yeah, maybe that's the one I was thinking of for the 100% testing.
Yeah, well, the nursing also does. And so
close,
then we have surgical technology as well. They report they're almost always up near 100%. And what that shows you is they're just doing a great job, and I like to call them their schools. So you got your physical therapist assistant school, your nursing schools. They just do a great job getting the students in there and getting them ready, not only to pass these national boards, but to walk right into the hospital and start working as a nurse in the emergency room, a nurse in a general practitioner's office, or a physical therapist assistant anywhere in the town where it's needed.
It's great stuff. Yeah. We've got a quick video here. It's a couple-minute video from Mojave Community College. Jeff is going to bring that up, and then we will ask one more question when he gets back.
Mojave Community College is consistently chosen as one of the best in the country. And that award-winning education is a big reason that research shows an MCC graduate earns $725,000 more in their life than a person with only a high school diploma. Here at Mojave Community College, you'll find affordable online and on-campus classes that fit your schedule. And we have more than 80 degree and certificate options to help you improve your life.
That's what we're all about. We're about improving the lives of the individual student who walks through that door, and that's through the support function, that's through faculty who really do care about their success in the classroom, and it's about improving their life after they graduate.
Whether you want to go to a university for a bachelor's degree or jump right into the workforce, MCC is where you want to start.
We have many different opportunities to allow anybody to be able to come on and say, hey, if I take this, I can go on and actually earn more money, assist and better my life, better my family's life.
Just check out your class to career options designed to get you in a career that's in demand in our community and many others. Auto collision repair, engine repair, computer technician, culinary, electrician, firefighter, heating and air conditioning, substance abuse counseling, welding, truck driving. We also have nursing, dental, surgical technology, radiologic technology, paramedic, physical therapist assistant, medical assistant, healthcare information technician. And you could also earn an associate degree in just 2 years in general education like art, business, chemistry, education, engineering, English, math, the sciences, and more. All designed for success at work and for transferring to our university partners as a junior to finish your bachelor's degree. And speaking of that, listen to this.
Students from Mojave Community College actually have a higher success rate of completing a 4-year degree than if they started at a 4-year institution. And we're even above the national average when it comes to that. So we're a great starting point with great faculty and student support. Our students are getting a great education, and it's helping them being able to go on, complete a 4-year degree at a higher rate than their peers who just would have went on straight on to a 4-year institution.
We know the whole college process at first may seem overwhelming. We've been there too. That's why our team is here now to help you every step of the way.
Everybody is very well trained and understand that we want to provide a culture of care for that each and every individual student that walks through our doors.
And our graduates know the value of community. The college alumni alone generate nearly $191 million in additional regional income each year. And that student success goes hand in hand with the college efforts to improve our communities.
It's about us being on the front line with many, whether it be county elected officials, city elected officials, to economic development agencies, to chambers, to industry leaders, to education leaders at the K through 12 system, whatever we can do to partner with them to make this a better place for the citizens of Mojave County as an educational institution, as helping them with getting students in and getting more trained to be able to fill the workforce need. That's what it's about improving the community.
All right, so there you have it. Some good information there. We appreciate the update from Dr. Klippenstein. Really happy since he's come into the community.
Oh yeah, he's great, right, and really appreciates and pushes the college to remember this is about the students, this is about our communities. It's about helping the students improve their lives. It's about helping the communities through a highly educated and better skilled workforce. Mm-hmm. So anything that we do, it's getting ingrained in everybody's head at the college that, all right, I want to do this. How is it going to help the lives of students? How is it going to help the communities?
And I think that's pretty obvious when Dot Foods came into town and needed your help with getting their truck driving school put together, and how you guys stepped up and gave them an office space
the
right there.
business incubator,
Yeah,
where they
yeah.
could start at the college and use that while they were building. So that was kind of their headquarters for the business part of it. Yeah.
No, that was awesome. One last thing, we had a thing this morning in the paper about the governor signing a bill allowing 2-year community colleges to offer 4-year
Yeah.
bachelor degrees. I know like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, we were talking about the new partnership that you guys had with ASU and U of A.
Yeah, and
I know
that's-
it's early. Do you have anything that you can tell us about this?
Yeah, right now it's so it's great news. It's a great future door opener. So it gives more options for everybody in our local communities if we're able to offer a 4-year degree in an area that is really highly needed. So let's take, like we were talking about nursing earlier. Are we set up to offer 300 and 400 level classes so that our nursing students can get their bachelor's degree at MCC? I think if you would talk to our nursing instructors, they'd say, oh yeah, sure. So we would have to take that and then find out, okay, does it fit this other hole? Can we check this other off the list, which is there a need for it? Is there really a great need for that degree in our local communities? And if you start going down the list and you're checking it off and you're saying, okay, this might be the one that we start with, and then you have to go through the whole process that the universities do to be able to offer a 4-year degree, and then you would start with one, and then maybe you start with another one later on. But we would be looking at initially right now continuing what we're doing, which is really trying to improve that pathway. So your 2-year pathway transfer. So you're transferring from MCC and going to ASU Havasu, or transferring from MCC going to ASU down in the Phoenix area, or transferring to NAU or University of Arizona. Because right now what we want to do is get those pathways so clear and so smooth that the student doesn't even realize it. They can just
Seamless.
they just get right in here, start at MCC. Next thing you know, all of those credits have transferred over and they're starting class at the university. And so we've got a great partnership with the universities, and we want to keep that in place. And then as we go into the future, we're looking at, okay, what is the option now? What does our community want? And that's really what the great thing is about the community colleges. If our community starts coming back and saying, we need this, you need to do this, then we react and say, okay, this is what the community wants. Let's start looking into this, and start gathering all the facts, get the community members together, and then the ultimate decision would be made by the elected board members. And so the college would take all the facts in there, say, here's option A, B, C, or D. We recommend this, and then the board would consider it, and then they would make that ultimate decision on whether we're going to do it or not. So it really gets down into the weeds when you start talking about the process of it all. But overall, when you look at it, I mean, it's just great. It's welcome for the community, and as we look forward into the future, I think it's just going to be a great option for everybody.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we already know the quality of the education that they get at Mojave Community College, so having them be able to move on to those next levels is great. So still too early, but we will keep an eye out for what happens with that.
Yeah.
Again, I want to thank you for your sponsorship.
Yeah, thank you.
And
It's great.
appreciate you coming in.
Great that you guys are doing this. Love it.
All right. Tickets are still available. It's Friday night at the Fieldhouse, starting at doors open at 5:30, dinner at 6. You can get your tickets here at the Daily News, or you can reach either one of the Finleys, the Finley up on the Parkway, or the one down on the in Fort Mojave, the Used Car Center.
All right.
All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you soon.